This video in no way condones fraud, but instead explains how it happens and the consequences thereof. Scammers, beware. By the end of this, you'll reevaluate what you think you plan on doing. If you're gonna rob a bank, you gotta use a mask. Otherwise, the cops will be coming straight through your back door. Now, if you're a scammer, you have two choices: steal an identity or create one. Stealing an identity is tough, but doable. You can pick up wallets, run up on homeowners, steal mail, pay bank tellers and healthcare administrators to hand you personal information from their company's database. Some scammers get people to give it to them in the midst of another crime, like a romance or employment scam. But honestly, their identity will not last you very long, as they'll likely tell the credit bureaus to freeze their account once they're onto you. Now, creating an identity may be the real solution to your fraud problems. But before we get into that, go ahead and press that like button and subscribe to the channel for more fraud news and analysis. By creating an identity, you're able to build credit, and it's a fairly victimless crime. For a simple fake identity, all you need to do is come up with a set of 9 digits for your social security number and then apply for a loan with an online bank. That's it. You'll get denied the loan, but that's not the point. What's important is that you just apply with your fake number and your fake contact information. The bank will deny you because they'll see there's no credit history on your credit report. But by running that report, they're actually creating a credit bureau account for the person you made up. So let's say you need some extra money and you want to take a cash advance from a credit card that's not in your name. To create an identity, you will apply for a loan with Ally Bank, for instance, with a fake name and social security number. Your fake persona is Craig Jones. Now, Craig Jones doesn't exist mostly because he's a fictional character from the movie Friday, but you put his name on your loan anyway, along with a P.O. box and a burner phone. You now submit this loan to the bank. All the bank wants to see is an established credit history, so they'll run it by the credit bureaus looking for just that. Ally Bank will see that Craig Jones has no credit history and they'll deny the loan, but by simply running a search for Craig, Ally Bank has triggered Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion to create an account for him. The credit bureaus will now have data for an individual named Craig Jones. This data, the fake information you put on the loan, will be the start of Craig's credit history. So the next time you apply for a loan, you'll be much more likely to be approved because now your fake persona has a real account and real background with all 3 bureaus. You can now proceed to open lines of credit with this fake identity and buy as many crab legs, strippers, and crypto as you please. Now, it's worth noting that this is not different from what Michael Griffin of Raleigh, North Carolina did in 2020. Michael pled guilty to creating identities and then using those identities to apply for lines of credit. He would then max out those accounts by purchasing gift cards. Not only did he have no intention on paying the balance, but he also got his family in on the heist, bringing in his wife, daughter, brother, and sister, Pastor Sharon Edmond, down with him. By doing this scheme, he was able to rob different banks like Synchrony, Capital One, and Discover for over $400,000 during the course of a few months. For this, Griffin pled guilty to bank fraud, aiding, and abetting. He was forced to pay restitution for all $400,000 and was sentenced to 100 months in prison with 5 years of parole. Creating a false identity can be a profitable venture until it's not. Whether or not this is worth doing is only up to the fraudster themselves. I can tell you from firsthand experience that it's hard to catch a synthetic identity fraudster, but once you're on their radar, the full force of the law will be coming for you when you least expect it. But a scammer gonna scam regardless. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, every time we share secrets from the highly sought after 2022 Fraud Bible, we take some of the value out of it. Why purchase the Bible when the game is already public knowledge? By taking the value out of the Fraud Bible, we stop putting money in the hands of those who make their living in the black market. So if you want more fraud news and analysis, then go ahead and press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, stay out of trouble.